Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. And for the better part of a century, the Sooners and Longhorns have defined conferences, national titles, and how regions of the country are perceived based on the outcome of this game. When these two meet, everybody pays attention. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns offense will take the first swing of the game. Guys, this rivalry has been intense, and over the years, there's always a back and forth with these offenses.
And they live so close near each other in proximity, obviously. They go to the same high schools. They visit the same school, Jesse. This game always means a lot.
Yeah, look, it's Boomer, Sooner, and Hook'em, right? This is one of the best rivalry games in all of college football. There's just always a different energy when these two teams meet.
He's got the back in the middle. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. You guys know I love the history of this stuff. Texas is threatening to put together a run unlike any they've had since the 50s, David.
Texas has been dominating the series, and I can tell you this from college. We had some rivals that we played with that we lost to consistently. Coaches that week got so tight, so tense, it made a big difference, Palmer.
Well, I'll tell you, this winning streak by Texas has had a major impact on the football program, too. Of course, the fans have been bragging, Bevo's strutting. These coaches' salaries, they've gone up because they've been able to win these games and dominate their rival, Oklahoma, time and time again.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They believe they can run right here. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. You go back over the history of this rivalry, and there's certainly been close games, but there have also been a large number of blowouts, and we had one last year for the Horns, David.
And I think as the year before, OU is going to come out with their hair on fire, Jesse, ready to make a statement.
When I think back to last year's game, the thing that impressed me so much about Texas was that they stepped up and brought their A-game to the ballpark in the Red River rivalry, one of the biggest games of the year. Let's see who's going to step up in this one today.
Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And from a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start. And that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reinhardt. At the 45 on his way. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. Turns it on in midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Those horns are up, and they are sharp in the running game.
Yeah, just pounding the rock, playing physical. And I think when you think about great Texas teams, you probably think about the running game, the physicality. And I can go through so many backs with Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and all those guys that, and just recently Bijan Robinson, high draft picks, really, really good running backs.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So a little too much contact through the PI flag. They'll decline that one, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
Afterburners coming. Running inside the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
From the gun. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you've got to have balance. Can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchdown. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finds his big tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Winner of this game dons the golden hat, but, you know, Jesse, only David could wear the golden hat among the three of us, because there's no way either of us should put a hat on the kind of heads of hair we have.
Well, I've also understood that the hat's like a triple XL. We know David's got a big dome. That's probably the only reason why he would wear it. But I'll tell you what, these players, they think about trying that old sucker on after this game all year long, David.
Yeah, and trophies matter. I mean, this is something at the end of games.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Longhorn! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Texas. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Comes out throwing on first down. Gets it to the back. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. They'll go back to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. And just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's right on target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting things direction.
They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like that.
Man, and I've been on the receiving end of some of those hits in rivalry games. It is not fun. They hurt a whole lot more, David. It just feels different in games like this.
It just means more because these guys don't like each other, and you love making those big hits in big moments that they replay throughout the whole next year. And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll go to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Here comes the Texas offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Savage. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. Dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the...
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Savage. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Pulls it and fires to the left.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
They get the score and a free trip to the ice bath after the game.
No doubt. Heck of a pass, though. To stand in there, know you're going to get smashed right in the face. I'll take the ice. I'll take the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to move it through the air. He's got an open man. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. He wants to throw. He finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Demania. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
And he's going to bring it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Coming after him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. And you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this all together here in this second half.
Looking left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. He lobs one high down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce.
And everything is going right. I mean, off a deflection, you've already scored a bunch of points, you got the lead, everything that they've dialed up so far, it seems like it's working just fine.
And you just feel for the defense on that play, too, because obviously they've been making mistakes, and they've given up a lot of big plays, and we've seen missed tackles. Finally, an opportunity maybe to get an interception, just some ray of hope or something to look back on positively in this game. And again, like you said, David, it just has not been their day today.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the move. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
Texas.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's almost to that 1st down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They'll go right back to the run. The Sooners will move the sticks.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's got it. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed on the outside, it's Hankerson. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in.
First and 10.
Line gets set, first down. Looking for a crease to the left. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll throw it on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
That's reeled in. It's Savage. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. The back goes in motion. Across the 15. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Fights off a defender. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield. It's Savage. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in the backfield.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. First down here for the offense. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Got his man on the outside. Oh, he got loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but honestly, a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10.
For the offense.
He's looking to throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
And And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He caught it! Touchdown, Longhorn! And the stomping has commenced. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy... momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start playing.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. They got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff to the lone back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Gonna run it. It's Savage. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for. But most importantly, David, Texas gets bragging rights for another whole year.
A whole year of bragging. And a whole year of telling OU fans, you're not as good as us. You can throw up the hook 'em horns. You can do it with pride. A lot on the line every year in the red